So a simple yes or no then. So, and you already said it. So you said Mary plays a role in our salvation. Now the Bible tells us, even I am the Lord, beside me there is no Savior. So to claim that Mary's intercessions, which again, this is official Orthodox doctrine. I've checked this out. I've dug deep in and looked at this. And I've checked this out. I've dug deep in and looked at this. Orthodoxy teaches that Mary has a part in our salvation, that she has to intercede with the Son, placate the Son, it says in some of the prayers, so calm Jesus down, in other words.
No.
And so my question is, well, if it's saying placate the Son, Mary, please placate.
Then what's your source for that? I've never come across anything that says Mary placates her Son. That's, please.
You've never come across that.
Enlighten me.
So I can provide that to you. Let me pull that up here. Placate your Son, cleanse all faults of the faithful. So I'm going to pull this up here. I didn't have it in my official slides, but I'll give you the exact source for this. I'm just going off of memory here. So if we go here, it's on my video, The Orthodox Church's Biggest Heresy. And one of the things I always do is put the source on the bottom of each slide. And so it says right here, "O you who are more beautiful," and again, this is part of the sequence to Our Lady in the sequence in praise of the Virgin. It states, "Through you, Mary, forgiveness is granted to the guilty." So it's saying we get forgiveness through Mary, which is basically what you're claiming. "Through you, grace is conferred on the just. O you who are more beautiful than the stars and blessed above all women, placate your Son." If you look at the definition of placate, it means to calm down.
I know what placate means.
Become less hostile. Placate.
But I think you've got to look at where that's coming from. Again, again, there's no Orthodox service to Mary written in English originally. This all comes from Greek, for example. I'd have to know what that word is in Greek because there's many translations.
It is translated correctly from the Greek onto English, and people read this out today. They cite this, they chant this in Orthodox churches across America. Placate your Son and cleanse all faults of the faithful. So that is a common Eastern Orthodox prayer that literally asks Mary to calm Jesus down. So how do you justify that? Jesus said, "Him that cometh to me, I will in no wise cast out." How do you justify the fact that this prayer or certain of these prayers would insinuate that it's better to go to Mary than Jesus?
What's the name of the service you just cited?
The sequence to Our Lady and the sequence in praise of the Virgin.
There's no service in the Orthodox Church called the sequence. What's that from? There's no service called the sequence to Mary.
So I don't know if the sequence is the official title, but this is
it certainly isn't
Orthodox. This is official Orthodox dogma. Because remember, these prayers are actually considered authoritative to the point where they're infallible. So if there is a prayer that suggests that Jesus should be placated, would you agree that it should not be in the books?
First of all, I'd have to see the source, and you're not giving me a source. You're not even giving me the correct title of the service.
I gave you the source from the sequence to Our Lady and the sequence of praise.
There is no Orthodox service called the sequence.
I'm not saying that it's an Orthodox service. I'm saying that this is the title of the area where these prayers are located in the documentation.
I'm aware of no such thing that you're talking about, so I can't comment on something I've never seen and never heard myself. I've never heard the word placate being used. That's why I'm suspicious of the translation. Probably was an original Greek service translated. In fact, there's many translations, some of which are better than others. And translations in this country are always being refined and redone to make them more accurate, to make them more faithful to the original, whatever that original is, whether it's Greek or something else.
Right.
A quick point of clarification before we move to Father Ivanoff's cross-exam. There did seem to be a little bit of confusion over this sequence to Our Lady as being official Orthodox doctrine. I was able to find sequence to Our Lady, but it looks like a Roman Catholic doctrine. Just for the purpose of clarification of the audience, can you actually tell us where you're grabbing that source from?
Yes, that would be Gavin Ortland. He had a video on the doctrine of the Orthodox Church, where he does well with referencing a lot of that material. He has the sources in the bottom, and so I believe that
There's
is
a
where I
reliable
got
source.
that.
Yeah, I did find something from Roman Catholicism. I actually could not find anything called Sequence to Our Lady with the word placate anywhere, or the Sequence of Our Lady anywhere with Orthodox. So I just wondered if we could clarify that point, because it seemed to be a critical point in the cross exam.
Sure. And so what's interesting is there are Orthodox prayers that state placate the Son. Now, a lot of times these prayers, you cannot just find them on Google, because sometimes you actually have to purchase them online. Not everything is online. And so I'd be more than happy after the debate, Father John, to send you better sourced information.
I'll link it on the channel too, simply because it was such a point of contention in that cross exam that I felt it was worth getting a clarification on for the audience. A lot of people were confused about it. So I do appreciate you giving that clarification. I'm going to give 30.
I've checked this out. I've dug deep in and looked at this.